Hello everyone, I'm Sage. I'm here with my friend Pixel, and we're gonna do leveling 1 to 5 in the starting zone. We're gonna pick a random faction, random character, random race, and then it'll be interview style, just getting to know the person behind the screen. So we're gonna first do Horde or Alliance, and we're gonna spin the wheel. So let's see. Okay, so it picked Horde. Sheesh. All right, and then Horde it's undead, it's troll, right? It's orc, and then Tauren, right? In Classic, it's just those four. Pixel?
Believe so.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, cool. All right, let's see. All right, cool. Okay, so it picked Tauren, and then the classes that Tauren can be are Shaman, Warrior, Hunter, Druid.
That's it.
All right, sweet. Alright, cool. Alright, Hunter it is. So we're gonna do double Tauren Hunters, and then we'll just pick the realm. So let's go ahead and then log on and we'll pick the realm together. Alright, Hump begins. You have a promising air about you, and we're gonna prove yourself to the tribe. Perhaps someday soon you'll be welcomed into the great nice dancing. Into the great city of Thunderbluff, but before that can happen, you must prove yourself to my father, Chief Hawkind. While I'm grabbing this, how did you pick the name Pixel Polly? Is that something that started from like when you were younger, or you just picked that randomly a couple years ago? How did that happen?
I actually just picked it because I just started like streaming and stuff. My name is Paulie. I decided that the pixel part kind of made me more of video games and stuff. Everything's pixeled.
Right.
Basically, I wanted to be kind of a all-rounded, like all kind of games. I mean, everything's pixeled.
And you've been playing WoW since vanilla or retail, or when did that start?
Yeah, I've played WoW longer than most people. I think it came out in 2004, and I played it on release. I was actually in the military that time, so I didn't have a lot of free time to play it. But when I was off, I was trying to play it on a really, really, really bad old laptop.
While you were serving, like while you were in the army, you had this with you?
No, I was actually in the Navy at that time.
In the Navy?
But I was stationed on an air base because I was in aviation. It was kind of like a normal 9 to 5 type of job, honestly. So until we went and deployed, overseas and stuff. So when I got done, I'd just go back to the barracks or whatever and log in.
Well, for starters, thank you for your service, man. I appreciate that.
Oh, no problem. I'd do it again if I could.
I don't know why, but I always thought like if you were serving the army, like there wasn't time for you to have like a laptop or a game. I just always figured it was on 24/7.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Well, the Army's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I promise. I was in the Army too. I got out of the Navy and then I ended up joining the Army a few years later. That was the worst decision I ever made. It's mainly because the Army is definitely not like the Navy. I was out training all the time. There wasn't a lot of time for video games. I can promise that.
Yeah. And you're a father now too. I remember you've been a father now for a few years, right? So I imagine being a father, there's not much time to game as much as you'd like.
Well, my kids are all teenagers now, so I mean, it's not. I'm a little bit older. I was in my 20s when WoW came out, so
okay, gotcha.
That's I'm probably about 10 years older than most gamers that are streaming and stuff. I mean, I know there's probably some older people out there too, but it just seems like the 30s is kind of where everybody finally gets that balance where they have time to stream and like their job's good, they're not like struggling or anything. So I feel like that's kind of the fun number, 30s, the dirty 30s.
Yeah, I'm 30 years old myself. So when I first started playing WoW, I was 8 years old, I think, when the game came out. Like you're asking your mom and dad, like, hey, can I get $15 a month to play this game that they've never heard about whatsoever? But one of my best friends at the time, his dad also played, and so that's how I heard about it. By the time I really got a subscription, it was pretty close to TBC at that point.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's really when the game kind of blew up, I think. I think a lot of people were tired of it a little bit. By the time TBC came out, like it was like refreshing because the grind in this game was crazy. Like it was really tough in the very beginning. And this is why I like Classic so much, because the nostalgia of being able to play the game, like the wisdom and the knowledge I have this many years later, versus when I was freshly like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Now I'm like, oh, I'm just doing these quests. I know where I'm going next. There's just some nostalgia to it. Like, I know all the zones.
Absolutely.
Like, when they changed the game in Cataclysm, I was pretty disappointed, honestly. Like, it was fresh, but at the same time, they removed the idea of being able to ever play the original game again, and I was kind of bummed about that.
Yeah, I remember when I first started, I was obviously like 9 years old, so I barely knew how to read. I mean, I knew how to read, but you know what I mean. And I'm thinking, I don't need to do any quests. I'm just gonna kill mobs. And I think I only made it to level 14.
I mean, that's still pretty.
It's still pretty. It's still pretty good. But you realize real quick, yeah, I probably got to do quests. I didn't know what add-ons were. I don't even know if Questy or those add-ons were even popular at that time. It's like to have to find all the mobs or the pieces of stuff you got to gather without having it show up on your map for a 9-year-old. I was like, I don't know. I don't know what
reading
I'm doing.
the quest was.
Yeah,
for sure. What I've been doing recently is trying to get my voice to sound, like the character, and that's kind of challenging depending. And I really like the troll because they have like a Jamaican kind of accent, and it's just a really cool accent. So I thought that'd be really cool to play one.
Yeah, I remember this was a couple days ago. I was playing on my shaman. I'm doing a double shaman run with my friend in TBC.
Well met.
And I was reading the quests, like RPing them as a troll, because the guy that was getting a quest was a troll. And my wife comes in the other room and she's like, Sage, you can't do that. You can't like pretend to have an accent. And I was like, no, you don't understand. Like, it's a troll in the game. That's how they talk. I guess I must have been pretty spot on with the accent. Travel to Seer Greytongue, who lives in the hills directly south of camp.
Walk with the earth.
Do you remember what your first class was that you ever played? When you first started the game?
Yeah. I mean, well, the first class I ever actually got through the game with, I guess I can remember, because I have a problem with making characters and playing them and then just being like, I think I'm going to play this instead. Then I just keep making characters.
You and literally
like
everyone.
Alcoholic.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, the first character that I ever actually burned through the quest, like I'm seriously into the lore more than just grinding to get to the highest level and going after the end game. I like all the quests. I love the lore. So I made a human paladin, and I went around doing every quest in every zone before they had achievements and all that. So I'm sure I would have got some crazy achievements with modern retail WoW with all the stuff I did then. But it's a funny story. I made it to level, I want to say level 65. This was, Burning Crusade was the only expansion. Made it to level 65 with that character, and my sister and her now husband, after many years, wanted me to play with them, and they played Horde. So I was like, oh, bummer, right? And I was on... I think that server, I was on Twisting Nether, I believe, which was a pretty popular server back in the day. And I just basically said, crap. Because back in those days, you couldn't play both alliances on the same server.
Okay.
So I had to delete my level 65.
No.
Like, I deleted it. Like, all those hours of gameplay. So that I can make a Horde character.
No.
Crazy.
Wow. Oh my god.
I can't even imagine like the hours I put into that character, but I was like, yeah, I want to play with my family, so
yeah.
So long.
That's cool. So you said your sister and her now husband played?
Yeah, like they've been playing for years. That had to have been like 2007 or something, I think, around that time. So it was when Burning Crusade was active, but I don't think Wrath of the Lich King was out yet.
Yeah. That's cool that you had family that you were able to play with, though.
Yeah, and we played a lot.
To have.
Yeah, it was fun. On the weekends, we used to do just get into groups and do randoms, just do battlegrounds and just have fun with it,
That's awesome.
What brings you here?
Chief Hakon sent you. Embarking on the rights of the Earth Mother was no small task. The rites of the Earth Mother are the steps the young Tauren needs to take to gain respect in Thunder Bluff. First, you must pass the rite of strength in this test, and you must prove your bravery by slaying enemies of the tribe. Did you have any other friends, like when you were in the army or navy, that played, or just even now, friends in real life that play, or has everyone that you met been through the game?
Yeah, I have a few friends. The problem is that they don't play like I play. Like I'll get them into playing for a little bit, and they'll just find something else to do, and they kind of lose it. And I don't want to stop playing, so then you get into that whole thing of, oh, well, now you're 10 levels higher than me, so I'm just not going to play with you.
I got you. Yeah.
I like the fantasy role-playing aspect myself. That's what I'm into. I got into playing MMOs specifically, mainly because it was an escape from reality for me.
Right.
Just to get out of the normal, everyday, blue-collar life.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's what it is for a lot of people. In the moment, though, when I'm playing those games, I don't think, like, I'm doing this because it's an escape from my 9 to 5 or from reality. But, that really is what it is, right? Like, you're hopping in the world, you're getting immersed in it, you're playing, you're getting attached to the character. And before you know it, you're not thinking about all of the other things that are going on. So it is that escape for so many people.
Yeah, I think that's what it was initially. And then I just kind of learn to love the game because it's just so big and immersive. Like, this is still probably one of the largest MMOs around. Just the amount of content that's in it.
Absolutely. I mean, this game paved the way for so many other MMOs as well.
There's been a lot that have come along that I've got away from WoW, just because, like, I'm one of those type that I end up getting burned out because I'll just keep going, right? I'll just keep playing, and then eventually I'm like, man, I'm just kind of burned out. I don't really want to play that today.
Right.
So I would jump between MMOs, and I mean, there's been some, one of my very ultimate favorite MMOs that came out that is no longer around, it's dead, is the Warhammer Online, which was really good.
I'm familiar with what Warhammer
and they
is,
do have
but
a
I've never
private
played
server.
I've never played it, but I'm familiar with what it is, or at least the tabletop version.
Yeah. The tabletop version is not like the MMO, but the MMO is probably more like WoW than most of the other ones that have come out.
So you said you're big into fantasy, big into MMOs. What are some of the other games or like shows that like you would put in like your Mount Rushmore?
Elder Scrolls.
Okay.
Bethesda. I love Bethesda titles.
Yeah.
I love the idea of the open world fantasy.
Yeah, Bethesda's
Fallout.
Really good at that.
Square Enix. I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. I have lots of Final Fantasy stuff, memorabilia. I collect some of that stuff. Figurines. I got some pretty high dollar models and stuff that are not open. They're like in the box still. Just some random stuff that I've got from some collector's editions and things over the years. But I finally have my own office. Like I just moved and I finally have my own office space. So I'm able to put my shelves up and I got some things on display now. And first time I was able to do that because I've just never had my own space like that to do it.
Yeah. What does that feel like to finally have your own like den, man cave space, whatever you want to call it, for all your stuff?
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm in a Brooklyn apartment right now. There's not really any den space for me. So whenever I'm gaming, it's on like the dining table or on the couch or in my bedroom. So one of these days, that'll be a big moment when I get my own den, my own room to set it up.
You'll get there.
Yeah, I'll get
I'm
there.
sure you'll get there. So what is your goal here with streaming and your recording and stuff? I know that you've recently started and you've kind of grown your followers quite a bit. I've been kind of keeping tabs on you a little bit, but what's your goal? Like, what's the end goal for this?
Yeah, it's an interesting question because like initially, like here's the thing, like for me, I love this game, right? Like this is like the one game of all games that I continue to come back to because I already play so much. I was thinking, well, there's already people that stream and there's people that make content from it. Like, why don't I give that a try myself? Because again, I already play, so all I need to do now is press record and I can come back to the clips and edit it and put it into something fun. And I'm sure you felt this way too, but you look through your reels or your shorts or your social feeds and you're like, okay, like I could make something like this, and it seems like people resonate with it and like it, and I'm all about growing the community and finding more and more people to play with, and so that's really where it stemmed from. It was just a thing to do for fun, maybe document the journey. Obviously, as you start to post stuff and as people start to resonate with it, you can't help but wonder, okay, like where else could I take this, or what else could I do? So specifically with these interviews that I'm trying to put together, for me, I think it's just like a great way to bridge like multiple communities that like to play the game the same way that I do. A great way to just to meet other people that play, because I don't have any friends in real life that play this other than my brother, and a fun thing to do. So that's really where it stems from. If it grows into something more, I'm not gonna say no to the opportunity for it to be maybe a potential income of sorts, but right now it's just a part-time thing I do. I have a full-time job, and that's kind of the vision right now.
Nice.
And just a way to connect with other people too. It's like I forget how I even found some of your content, but you know how it is. Like you start to post and you're watching WoW videos and it recommends other stuff and other people in the same space, and so I
think the first video you commented on that I made was the one with my dwarf standing in a crowd of the guys and they all walk off, and it was just the timing. I didn't stage that. I literally walked up to that group and they all left, and I was like, oh man, what the heck?
Oh right. Like
it was just a funny moment. I want to like broaden the horizons, not necessarily for money or anything. Like I'm not making any money off of this stuff yet.
Yeah, me neither.
I want to make sure that I'm happy with what I'm doing. Ultimately the goal is to create content that people will enjoy. It's not, I just want to share my enjoyment with others. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, I would say exact same for me. Exact same.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So what about you? How did you start, or what made you want to start streaming or creating content or putting stuff together? I'm sure it's a lot of the same stuff that I was mentioning, but yeah, what about you?
Yeah, well, a little bit of history. I wasn't always Pixel Polly. I rebranded myself basically. I tried streaming and making YouTube content years ago, and my son was just a little boy at that time, and I was making some content. I wasn't getting that far. YouTube back then was not YouTube today. It's not the same at all, and I was making content, and some people, it was getting good, I think. Back then it wasn't like click a button and you're live streaming. You had to edit everything. You had to go into you had to have stuff to do it.
Right.
And it wasn't as easy as it is now. Like Twitch now, you can just make clips right off your recordings and stuff. It was not like that back then. So my name back then was Hack and Slash Kid.
Hack and Slash Kid?
Hack and Slash Kid, yeah. And I focused on ARPG games like Titan Quest, and those are like my second favorite types of games. Titan Quest and Diablo, Path of Exile. I love those type of games. I've streamed some of that stuff, but I started with that, and then my son got a hold of my account somehow and started recording videos and sending them to the World Wide Web, and I was like, whoa, we got to stop that, because I didn't want him online like that.
Right.
And I had to shut down that. And then I realized at that point that, it's probably not in my best interest to continue streaming or doing this right now in my life, because I was obviously too busy to notice that he was doing that until I noticed. I was like, I have a friend that he's my best friend. I've known him forever and ever. I just feel like my work life, I just never had time. I was always busy, always doing something, moving up in the company, trying to get through,
Wow, Hack and Slash to Pixel Polly.
Yeah, well, Pixel Polly, I think it's more fun.
Yeah, Pixel Polly's got a nice ring to it.
Yeah, and that's what I was going for. Like it rolls off the tongue. It's not who I am anymore, because that was really, like I said, back then it was focused on specifically those type of games, and now I'm focusing on pretty much all content. I know I've been making a lot of WoW content, but like you said, WoW is just one of those games that just never really go away for me. Like they're always the go-to. In this version, like if somebody else has the target, it turns gray for you and you don't get credit for it.
Yeah.
And retail, everything you get credit for. It's like you get a participation trophy just for playing.
Right.
So.
All right, let's hearth back to the...
Hearth. That is a good idea.
Yeah, I think that's also just another element I like of Classic. I mean, I enjoy... Obviously, like, I'll play for hours and hours and grind my character, but I like the slower paced. I like doing all the quests. I like running around. Like, I don't mind having to run to different dungeons, because there's so much more interaction that happens when you're doing that versus you instantly teleport one place or you're rushing to the end game. Like, my favorite part of the game is the 1 to 30 experience, for me personally. And I haven't gotten many characters to 60 in Classic either, because I would always make so many other ones. So yeah, the one to 25, 1 to 30 is like my favorite part of the game.
Hail.
Yeah.
Greetings.
I was always find it hard in Classic to stick with the character to get to that level. Like currently right now I'm playing 2 different troll characters, a warrior and a hunter. And the hunter is so easy. Like it is so easy to play a hunter. Once you get your pet, it's just like, man, I could burn through these quests so fast. And I don't want to. So then I'm like, okay, well, I've done enough quests for today. I'm going to go ahead and go on to my other character. And I was playing hardcore for a little bit, but I ended up dying with the character I had, unfortunately. And I feel like once you die in hardcore, like I don't really want to play that character anymore. Like even though I do get to move that character to another server and continue playing it,
Right.
I just, I've the purpose was to not die, and now I've done that.
And then
so
you,
I failed
right.
the mission. I have a lot of characters. Let's just say that got a lot of characters on a lot of realms.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens.
Yeah, well, when you're playing the game for 20 plus years, that's kind of what happens.
So did you say Paladin was Paladin was like the first class that you really remember, but do you have like of all the alts and all the other characters that you made, is there one class that feels the most comfortable rotation wise that you really like, or that you like would feel the most confident running?
Yeah, I've no matter what I do, I've always ended up playing a hunter, just because hunters are, for one, you can choose a beast pet in the world to have as a lifetime pet, which there's some pretty freaking cool pets out there that like they just look cool. And I feel like there's a sense of character with hunters, like you're showing off like what you're into, like you like cats or you like hounds or pigs or whatever it may be. So I don't know, and I've always chose to be more of a ranged class as my primary, just because I like ranged classes. My second favorite class, I think the funnest class to play for me in Classic is the rogue. I love playing a rogue, even though you got to get like real close. I feel like there's a lot more challenge. There's a lot more, the rotations on a rogue are a lot more skill focused. Like I don't feel like you just run in and just start killing stuff with a rogue. Like you got to strategize and try to figure out the best way to do that.
Especially in PvP, I mean, rogue, like the people that know their rotations and know the cooldowns for everything, it's like they can keep you stunned the entire time, and you're not getting out of there alive. All right, so here's a question for you. Do you find that there have been like is there anything that you've learned while serving in the military that you find relates or helps you in the way that you play WoW or stream or make content?
That's a tough question. I mean, I feel like the military just in general, and this is obviously not related to WoW, but I feel like everybody that is able to join should join, at least for a minimum term, because for one, it gets your body in shape, right? It gets you in shape mentally and physically. And then on top of that, you learn culture from all different walks of life, because you build relationships and the camaraderie with other people that are also joining, and they may not necessarily be there for the same reasons as you,
right?
But you learn who they are, you learn about them, you learn what they're into, and it may not always be about video games and whatever. I mean, their hobbies, they may have never played video games. They might be farm boys that were out there working the fields for the last 15 years before they joined. Who knows? But the thing about it is that like it just brings everybody together and creates a team where you would do anything to save your comrade, basically your battle buddy.
Yeah.
And I think that right there, if anything, is what would help with this game is the idea of the teamwork aspect of it. Like go back for the guy that's if he's gonna die, you're gonna die too, because you're gonna try to save him. Like, I think that's the reason why a paladin was my first character, because ultimately I like helping people, like just as an actual person, like in real life, I like helping people.
Mm-hmm.
And I've probably been taken advantage of over the years by so many people, but in my opinion, I don't feel like that's a big deal, because I my conscience is clear. I'm there to help you. If you're taking advantage of me, that's a different story. But these days, I'm in my 40s now at this point,
Right.
and I'm retired, and I kind of like, I think I made the right decisions in life, because I'm 40s and I'm retired. A lot of people are working until they die these days. So
Yeah.
I feel like,
exactly, until they're
the right
dying,
thing.
or they retire at a much older age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
I feel
cool.
like I played my cards right, and I really do have a strong focus on karma. Karma is a bitch.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you put negative energy out there into the universe, you're just going to receive it back. So
Oh, 100%.
you should probably
100%.
just be nice. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that, and it's like karma or manifestation, or just like bring into the world like what you think or what you tell yourself. It's like the internal narrative you tell yourself, the 5 closest people that you surround yourself around, like the energy you bring into your life. Like, how is that not going to impact and bleed into like everything else?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's pretty much the way life is, and I feel like a lot of kids these days, I say kids, but probably a lot of people in their 20s, I feel like they're kids to me, because I remember
Sure.
when I was in my 20s and I didn't know shit. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Yeah.
Like, I thought I did.
Right. I think
But,
everyone that age thinks they know a thing or two. Even me.
Yeah,
I'm 30.
and that's
I think I
fine.
know
Like,
a thing or
I
two.
mean, I get that, because as a young kid, you're trying to make a name for yourself. You're, this is who you are, type of thing, and that's fine. Like, that's all part of the process. And I'm not saying anything negative to those people. I'm just saying that you don't know everything. You think you do, but you don't.
Right.
And eventually, you're gonna learn.
Right.
And that's part of growing up and stuff. And I made a lot of stupid decisions in my life, I can promise you that. But I do think that the military, to come around on that question, I think the military definitely changed my life for the positive and got me pushed in the direction that I
Needed to
should be going.
That's awesome. It's a good
So
perspective
all in
that
all,
you
the
have on
military is a good idea.
it. Yeah. All in all, let's sign up.
Yeah.
I imagine that, like, because of the choices that you made, and now you have this opportunity where you're retired. Your wife is, like you said, basically retired, but I'm sure you have a lot more time with family, a lot more time to just enjoy a lot of life that maybe someone who's doing a 9 to 5 or working until 60 doesn't get to appreciate as early. So that's really special.
Yeah, we are very blessed as far as that goes.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like it's also given me the opportunity to start streaming as well, because now I'm not focused on work. I'm not having to worry about like time management and all that. And time is a big deal to me, because it's the one resource we never get back.
Right.
So
Dude, for real.
I want to make the best of the time I have. That's all.
So when you're not gaming or playing WoW, like, how are you spending your time? Obviously with family, but what else do you like to do?
I mean, we're new to fishing, honestly, because we just moved here, and where we came from, it wasn't as easy to just go fishing. Now I can go fishing in my backyard pretty much.
Yeah. That's
So
cool.
that's cool. But yeah, we went to the beach, and walked around, and I've been to the beach before. I'm from, California
Right,
originally.
right.
So it's not like it's a big deal, but it's a big deal because now I'm not on a time crunch. I'm not like, oh man, we gotta get back because I gotta work Tuesday, right? Now
Right.
it's like, yeah, it's fine. When do you gotta work again? Because I'm chilling, right?
So you find that it helps you be
it's
a lot more
definitely
present,
cool.
a lot more present whenever you're doing something.
Yeah, and the kids, I mean, my kids, they're teenagers now. Like I have between my wife and I, we have multiple adult children at this point, and we got teenagers left. So we don't have any little kids running around. So it's not as cool as it could have been. Like imagine being retired and having little kids to run around and play with all day. That'd be kind of fun, but
Sure.
that is definitely not.
What's going
That's
on?
not it. These teenagers are jerks. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Like all teenagers,
Are jerks.
they're just jerks, man. They want what they want and they don't care. They don't care how they get it.
Well, in case Pixel Paul, your kids are watching this, he does love you.
Oh, I never said any names, but all
That's
teenagers
true.
are jerks.
Right.
They always got something to say. It is what it is. I do love them. Yes.
Of course.
Put it out there. They're loved.
Let the people know.
One day they're gonna grow up, and I'm gonna go to their house, and I'm gonna make a mess of their house, and it's gonna be fun.
Right. Very interesting life you have. Very, very interesting life.
I'd say I'm pretty blessed at this point in my life, but I do
Absolutely.
want to give back to the community. So I mean, whether that be through streaming or whatever, like, I don't want to sit idly by and just keep on doing. Like there's some people that are made for streaming live and being sociable and all that. It sounds like you're one of those people. Like I'm sociable enough, but I don't like people. Like that's really the reality. I've just lived in a world where a lot of people just let you down, unfortunately. And I don't want to make it sound like terrible or anything. It's just, human nature is the way it is, and I'm trying to find more people that care, but it's getting harder and harder to find. So honestly, it's really not. It's not that I'm not social. It's that I'm just
more
I just
selective.
put my foot down with. Yeah, I'm selective. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Love to be in groups with people that were like-minded. Like you, for instance. Like if we actually, like this is the first time we've ever played the game together, obviously, but we've been watching each other's content.
Right.
But I'd be happy to actually play the game with you, like for real,
likewise, brother.
like doing some stuff, and I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, man.
And it doesn't have to be all like, oh, Pixel Polly joined the show, like
Right,
it's more
of
like
course. We're
just playing, having a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's part of it too. Like to go back to the question you asked me, like what's the goal or the hope? I mean, the thing is like being able to have my own community of people that I have a relationship with to some level. Like in even if like the relationship that you and I have is literally we just like every once in a while we'll play WoW together and like that's that. Like it makes logging on more fun. Like if you log on, you see on the friends list, oh like Pixel Polly's online, or oh this other guy's online, and you just say what's up. It's a MMO RPG for a reason, and I think like not that you have to play this game with other people. You can totally play one person solo and have an amazing experience, but it's just like being able to run through quest with someone else. It just makes it 10 times better.
Especially in Classic. I mean, it was never meant to be a solo experience. Classic was never meant to be that. It was always supposed to be a group effort. I mean, everything is focused around group quests, really. Like, you can play it solo, hard.
Right.
I mean, it's a lot harder solo, but it can be done, especially if you have the experience of knowing where the quests are and all that now. Like, I know I have like Questy in some apps and stuff just to make it a little easier to find stuff, but I don't really need it. Like I've been playing this so long that I probably would know where most of this quest stuff is without even having to think about it.
Right.
And I enjoy that about Classic. Now retail, they've changed the world so many times now. I wouldn't be able to tell you. But at this point in retail, they show you where everything is, and they even have like the little arrow guidance now. Like they've made it so casual, and it is fun casual. I feel like it is fun, like once you hit max level and you're doing some raids or dungeons or PvP. I mean, I feel like that's where the game is fun, but that shouldn't be the primary focus. And that's kind of what Blizzard's done with retail, is they've made the primary focus like end game activity. That's it. Like, and that's not what I want to experience.
Yeah. It seems like there's a lot of people that are starting to feel that way too, or at least the communities or the algorithm that's pushing me, or that's being pushed to me. It's like, I think there's just like a lot of people that want to go back to this slower pace, just more immersive questing, leveling, and I think it makes sense because a lot of the people who play now, like when the game came out, it's an older audience. Like, it's not like I don't know what the specific stats are. I don't know how many 10-year-old to 18-year-olds are downloading WoW to play, but it's like for you, like you were in your 20s when you started. I was 10 when I started, and now I'm 30, and now you're in your 40s. It's like I'm playing for nostalgia. I'm playing for like the chill gaming experience. I don't want to have to worry about 8 million things on my screen.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's other games that I think the first MMO that I ever played was Final Fantasy 11, and that was on the PS2.
Yeah.
Back when you had to have that like special like LAN box that you had to buy for it. It was nuts, man. That kind of wild the way things have come from then. But I played that and SOCOM, U.S. Navy SEALs. That game was amazing. The first one, I wish they'd remake that. I don't know if you've ever played that. I don't know if you're into shooters, but I play a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I've played Overwatch, COD, Battlefield a little bit, or some like Battlefront 2, the Star Wars shooter. I played a little bit. Those are kind of like the main ones that I've played. Yeah, so I think we'll wrap it up here, but I just want to say thank you, brother. Big thank you for trusting me to run this interview. It's been great gaming with you, great chilling with you, great getting to know you. And I'll definitely add you, and we'll have to game another time. But I want to give you a chance just to share your channels, and kind of plug yourself, let people know where they can find you. And just any final thoughts that you have, man.
My name on all platforms is Pixel Polly. On my Instagram, it's Pixel with an _ Polly, but everything else is the same, Pixel Polly. So if you want to come find me, follow me. If you like what I do, or if you like what Sage Freak here does, I do some similar things. Maybe you want to check it out. Well, I enjoyed playing with you as well. I think that you got a good thing going. I have been watching your channel off and on. I feel like you're trying to put the lore back into the game, at least show people on your level. Like, I mean, I've seen a lot of your content with your Night Elf, and I really enjoy it because you'll just kind of, it sets the mood. Like, but yeah, ultimately, I think that my channel, I'm trying to focus more on the story and just different aspects of quests and things that I see in the world that I feel that the community would like to see. And that's pretty much where the direction I'm trying to go with at least with the WoW content.
Absolute pleasure, man. And there it is. First interview down. If there's anyone out there that's played WoW, retail, classic, PvP, PvE, whatever, and you want to hop on level 1 to 5 and just chat and share a little bit about who you are behind the screen, send me a DM on Instagram at SageFreak1, and I am happy to chat and make something happen. But yeah, the big point here is just to pull the mask off behind the gamer and get to know people who play this game and build the community and just have a great time. So appreciate you guys. Check out Pixel Polly, super cool guy. And see you guys in the next one.